Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's me, Ivy the Great, and getting everything set up. Okay, cool. So, wanted to pop on here just to talk about my channel, why I started this channel. Again, my name is Ivy the Great, and super excited to be here. And the entire purpose of this channel, as you can see, it is all about fortune and freedom. So, what we are looking to do is to create more fortune for ourselves, and from that fortune, be able to create our own freedom and rewrite our story. So I'm super excited to be talking about this topic with everybody. And again, just wanting to introduce that to you all. Super happy to be here. All right. So, anyway, also wanting to talk about why I decided to start this channel. What's the mission? What's the vision? A little bit about me. Again, my name is Ivy the Great. I am a lady of business. I've been in banking, lending, and a lot of things around the financial sector for over 15 years. I am also a mother. I am a divorcee, so I've been a wife. I'm a mom. I am no longer a wife, which is totally fine, but I've had a lot of different lives in this one life that I live. And so, being that I've had so many different experiences across the board, I wanted to create a safe space where, hey, if you're a wife, I understand that. If you're a mom, I understand that. I was almost 29, almost 30 years old before I had my first child. So I had a very long run as a lady with no children, and that was a lot of fun as well. And so, being that I have so many different experiences, wanting to create a space where all women can come together, and it's a space where we're focused on one thing, and that one thing again is our fortune as well as our freedom. So, let's talk about why I created this channel. The number one reason is to empower women around their financial independence. And so, regardless of if you are in a relationship, not in a relationship, in a marriage, not in a marriage, none of that really matters. The main thing is that as a woman, you should still be financially secure, financially aware. If something were to happen to your spouse, your husband, your wife, whatever the case may be, your boyfriend, your significant other, your life partner, if something were to happen to that person, do you know how to navigate life financially without them, as well as without having to immediately step into another relationship just to secure your lifestyle? Okay, the other thing is that with financial independence as women, just with financial mobility as women, we're able to hopefully be in better relationships. I'll say hopefully, we don't know, but hopefully we will attract better relationships, and hopefully we will attract relationships from a place of wholeness. So that's another thing. And then just with that financial independence, you have that confidence of knowing where you're headed financially, regardless of if you're in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship, if where whatever it is, you still know this is what I want my financial journey to look like. The next reason why I started this channel is to really create a space where in a movement around financial empowerment. I want us as women to know the possibilities that we have, and that our retirement is our responsibility, as well as if we have children, whatever our goals are, those goals are a part of our responsibility. If you have a life partner, great, you're sharing that responsibility with someone else. However, knowing what you want, knowing how you want your financial assets, what you want your financial assets to look like, what you want your financial liabilities to look like now as well as in the future, that is on us. I'm a very, you know, I really do believe that our accountability will propel us to that next level. And so it is great if you have a life partner. Salute. I want all the girls to have life partners. This is not a channel that bashes men. We appreciate the relationships that we have in our life. But what I am saying is that as a woman, you should still know, because oftentimes wives outlive husbands, women outlive men. And so that is statistical data. So regardless of if you are in a relationship, what does your financial future and your financial mobility look like? And are you planning for that? Yes, we want to go on vacation. Yes, we want to live a soft life now, here in the present. but sometimes there are sacrifices that we also need to make in the present. And if you don't want to make those sacrifices, I totally get it. That means that we need to be attracting and generating more income. That's another conversation for another day. There is a balance, and I'm not one to say, hey, sacrifice your pleasure on only for your financial gain. Maybe we need to. There are seasons for that. But what I am saying is if you can't imagine yourself going a month or a year without getting your nails done, or a year, the money you would take to spend on your nails, now you're putting that into your retirement or your investments accounts. If you can't imagine a year without that, then that means that, hey, I need to make sure that I'm supplementing that income and still creating a better pathway for me, and again, for your retirement and for your financial future. All right. Another thing that we want to do is we want to close the wealth gap. So for women, we know that historically there's financial data around the wealth gap, the income gap. So that's with if you're a business owner, that's with if you have a startup company, how much capital you can attract. That's also if you are a W-2 a corporate environment worker. So if that is the case, then one thing that we can always do, whether or not we're being paid the exact same amount as a man, one thing that we can always do is we can always increase our skills. We can always make ourselves a valuable asset. We can always create a new stream of income. Again, we can always invest into something that is income generating or revenue generating. Okay. We can also invest in other assets, stock market, and other things that can help us to increase our wealth. And so those are some of the things that we want to talk about. But we want to close this wealth gap strategically. I'm from the South, and from the South, we say, hey, when you know better, you do better. And I understand that the data is the data around the income and that disparity in income and pay. However, I know many women who have gained more skills, who have done the things that they need to do to attract more income and to be more valuable in the marketplace. Again, whether you are a business owner or whether you are a traditional, salaried or W-2 employee, the sky is the limit. It's really about, are you placing a limit on yourself? Okay. And just to wrap this up, one of the last reasons why I created this channel is to really address the growing financial pressures. Many women now, more often than not, just because the changes in our society and the changes in marital expectations, and this is across the board. Definitely, as you look across women of color, you see an even bigger disparity. But many women are single income earners. And if you are a single income earner, hey, I get it. Go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I am actually, I am, I'm in, the income I make is the income that comes into this household. Now I'm doing things that creates multiple streams of income, and that's what I'm telling you to do. If you are a single income earner, meaning that you're the primary breadwinner for your household, you're paying the bills. Yes, you may have somebody that does some nice things for you. And even if you have another business, what I'm telling you to do is that this is a good year. How can we increase that income? How can we use the knowledge and the skills that you have to increase your income, to create more value in the marketplace, for you to do the things that you need to do to have additional streams of income coming in, to where, yes, your primary source of income, maybe it does pay your bills. However, now you have an additional stream of income and you can use that to fund your vacations after you're funding your retirement. Okay. So these are the conversations that we are having. This channel is primarily focused on women. I am super excited to be here. I really want us to create a movement. I want to share my journey. You know, I am, on the road to 40, and I want to make sure that younger women know, hey, this is how you put yourself in position to win. Whether you're significantly younger than me, we're all headed to the road of, aging and getting older. Everybody should be headed on the road to 40 or 40 and beyond. And so as you're hitting these age markers, are you thinking about what you want your lifestyle to look like? I want every woman to know that regardless of the administration, there's so much space and opportunity out here for us to win. We may have to work a bit smarter. We may have to work a bit harder, but let's be honest, women, we've always been doing a lot of the difficult things. So I don't think that there's anything that we will face that we cannot achieve. As long as we're forward thinking, positive thinking, managing our finances and thinking about our financial future and moving accordingly. We always talk about being our highest and our best selves, but what does the financial future look like for our highest and best self? And what does that require of us to do today to prepare for that future so that we can live that soft life now as well as in the future and for our future selves and our future generations. All right, I'm wrapping this up. Let me know if you like this content. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Super excited to be here. And I will be dropping basically tips, having guests, talking about strategies, whether it's skills, things that we can do as women, regardless of what chapter you are in your life's journey. What can we do to make sure 10 years from now we're good? 5 years from now, we're in a better place. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, our children, our grandchildren, ourselves are in a strategic place that we decided for ourselves. We didn't say, "Oh, hopefully these things will line up." No, we took control and we started lining our ducks in a row to where we could predict and create the financial future. We can really create our financial future. That's not something that we have to leave up in the air. We may have to put in a little bit more work. We may have to obtain other skills. We may have to start a business, buy a business, do a few more things, but those are things that we can do again to make sure. I'm talking about our futures. Yes, we live life in the present, but we do need to be thinking about our futures as well as the women and our children who will be coming behind us and our families. All right. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. Again, I'm Ivy the Great.